First Sem!
NANI?! お前、これは。
Hello, good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon. So, welcome back to the video guide on fundamentals of criminal investigation. So, the videos that I made are just simple explanation on the why. Yung kung bakit ganito, kung bakit ganyan, yung mga basic lang yung ina-explain ko. So, I'm sorry that I cannot really in detail explain each and everything. But I assure you, if you read yung Prepper kong module, you can easily understand it. So, ganun, more on reading and reading tayo. So, because of this pandemic, we cannot really adjust completely to what we are thinking right now na explain lahat tulad ng sa classroom. And I'm really sorry. Not because I failed you, but because of the situation. So, the last module talks about the crime scene, the crime scene processing, what is raid, what is entrapment, what is shadowing, what is surveillance. So, let's start. So, crime scene. Crime scene is a treasure island, sabi dito. Treasure island means maraming mga treasures or mga gold, mga silver, etc. etc. Yung gold and silver na yun are evidences. Kahit konti lang na hindi mo makikita na object can be used as evidence. So, ano yung makikita natin sa mga movies na evidences? Fibers ng ganito. Ano pa? Hair, semen, blood. Pwede pang mga insect. Alam niyo yun? Ano pa? Insect, and etc. So, lahat ng makikita mo sa crime scene can be used as evidence to prove something. So, ganun. So that is somewhat a crime scene. That's what composed of a crime scene. So, yeah, ganun. So, crime scene is the place where essential ingredients of the criminal took place. So actually, when a crime happens, tapos may nangyari daw na patayan. So, initially, hindi muna yung SOCO yung pupunta. First responder muna. So, dito, sa first responder, sila yung unang magre-respond. And this is the very important. Kasi, the earlier they get to it, the more possibility na maaresto nila yung suspect or makikita nila yung suspect. The slower, the more yung success in solving a crime will be lowering. So, one of the suggestive factors for a team of responder to take note are the following: the means of the report, the time of the report, the receiver of the report, the time of the dispatch. These are all important kasi when you present a case, yun yung parang basic na tinatanong na sa korte. So, sinong nag-report sa inyo? Cross-examine kayo ng attorney, yun yung mga sasabihin nyo. Dapat meron yan sa isang report ng isang expert witness ng SOCO. So punta tayo sa initial responders. Ano yung debriefing? So, basically, tatanungin, parang ganito. Kung may nangyaring crime. So, tatawagan ng parang concerned citizen na may patayan na nangyayari. So, yung police na nagresponde, siya yung first responder. Hindi agad-agad SOCO, di ba? Kasi gano'n naman. At itong police na to, pwede siyang maging investigator on case or may tatawagan siyang investigator on case. So, let's assume na tumawag siya, wala siyang nakitang suspect, tumawag siya ng investigator on case. And this investigator on case, magre-request siya ng SOCO, ganun. Ganun yung parang proseso dito sa Philippines. So, by that, kung nakita na ng initial responder yung crime scene, ano dapat yung gagawin ng isang initial responder? So, basically, he will treat the crime scene as malawak. So, pag may, for example, may house na nag-responde yung isang place na initial responder siya, he will treat the whole house or the surrounding as a crime scene. Malawakan. He will not allow that the people will come to see it. Kasi, there are important evidences. Kahit sa bakuran ng house, kahit nangyari sa loob ng house yan, kahit sa bakuran niya, hindi ka dapat magpapalagpas ng mga tao doon kasi makakontaminate lahat. So, sabi dito actually, sa definition dito, trait is always start big, then you make it small later on. So, parang ganun. So, the scope of the crime scene is malawak. Lahat actually is primary focal points mga yan. Lahat na. The avenues of entry or exit, the secondary scenes. Secondary scenes are yung apart from the primary crime scene na sa labas ng crime scene or sa other areas ng crime scene aside from the main crime scene. So, to parang make it short, you must treat this as a big area, yung crime scene. So, basically, ganun yung job ng initial responder. Tapos, mga initial step na gagawin niya dapat is, for example, first is, he shall cordon the crime scene. So, gano'n naman, if we use our common sense that kapag, for example, may nakita siyang, nag-respond na siya sa isang crime, may nakita niya na yung suspect. So, by that, pwede mo nang masolve yung case by arresting that suspect. Pero pag wala, tignan mo kung buhay pa yung victim or hindi, di ba? And then after that, ito na, tawagan mo yung kung buhay pa, tawag ka ng emergency. Kung patay na at medyo an hour or time has passed is ito yung gawin mo. Initial step in criminal investigation. Cordon the scene, tawagan mo yung investigator of case or mag-request na ng SOCO kung ikaw yung investigator in case mismo. So ganun. Crime scene investigation starts when there is a crime happens or may nagsabi na may nag-call na there's something happens, the crime happens in certain area, then doon na magsisimula ang crime scene investigation. These are the initial steps in criminal investigation. Cordon the crime scene, identify and retain the person, first notify the police for questioning, etc. and etc. So ganun. So generally, the success of most criminal investigation begins at the crime scene for the following reason. It is at the crime scene where vital witnesses can be located or sometimes suspect arrested. It is at the crime scene where vital... So, it depends kung anong condition ng crime scene on which a crime can be solved. So, if the condition of the crime scene is parang maraming nangkialam, maraming mga nag-dismiss dun, hindi mo siya kinontrol, hindi mo kinontrol yung mga tao as initial responder, decontaminated na lahat yung mga evidences doon. It will result to contamination of evidences which cannot be used in court. So, depende sa pag-handle mo yung crime scene. So golden rule in crime scene investigation is that never alter position, pick up or even touch or change any object unless this has been described, identified in official note, sketch, and photograph taken. So, never touch any object kung hindi mo siya i-collect, hindi mo siya i-mark, hindi mo siya itatag, hindi mo siya i-preserve. Ililift mo lang yan pag gagawin mo yung crime scene processing. Yun yung crime scene processing. The preservation, marking, collection, etc. of evidences. So, ganun. So, there are components of crime scene investigation, stages of crime scene investigation, preservation of the body of the crime, processing of the crime scene, and preservation of evidences. So, parang broad kasi ang crime scene investigation. Crime scene investigation starts from the initial response, crime scene processing, yung pag-collect na ng mga evidences ng SOCO, with interviewing witnesses. Ganun. Crime scene investigation is the parang broad, it is the umbrella of those that I have said. So, ganun. So, processing the crime scene, fiscal, so sabi daw, we will discuss that later. So, these are all reminders, mga dito. And, usually, sa procedure ng PNP, may tatlong investigation yan. May preliminary investigation, may follow-up investigation, and may final investigation. Preliminary, ito. Emergency care, kung buhay pa yung victim. Crime scene determination, you see if okay yung crime scene or hindi. Preservation, kunin yung mga evidences, report, etc. Yung follow-up naman is to, kung kulang yung preliminary investigation or to polish the preliminary investigation report, you must conduct follow-up investigation. Siguro additional interviews, additional recover stolen properties, and etc. Sa final investigation is kung court presentation na, ayun, doon na ifa-finalize lahat kung ano yung nakitang result is yun na yung final. Yun na yung pwede mong sabihin sa media. Kasi if the case is still in preliminary and follow-up investigation, hindi mo pa yan dapat i-leak sa media. So ganun. Crime scene control, basahin nyo. So in here also, there are crime scene responders. If you read this, it will be easy to understand. I designed it to be easily understood. So parang ito yung team ng SOCO, or meron pa yung isa na we will discuss later. So here, collecting, marking, tagging, and preserving evidences are what we call yung crime scene processing. Yung SOCO na yung gagawa nito. So collecting, so there are many evidences, so they will parang collect. So yung process dyan is picturean mo muna, and then lagyan mo lang siya ng chalk, parang i-outline mo, and maglagay ka ng ruler, picturean mo ulit, and after ma-lift, picturean mo ulit, at after ma-lift lahat ng mga evidences, i-picture mo ulit para to maintain yung sinasabi nilang chain of custody, para to prevent mga planting of evidences na yan. So in every collection, there must be documentation. Ito yung kaya nilagay ko dito, documentation of activity. Either videotape, photograph, or sketching. So ganun. Sa marking naman is putting your initial at the evidence itself. Kung sa, for example, sa firearm, may nakitang baril. So dapat i-mark mo yung tinatawag, basta stylus, ang gagamitin mo, i-mark mo yung initial mo, as for example, initial mo is Melanie S. Mundo. So, MSM. So, ilagay mong MSM, number, ganun. So, dapat yun yung i-mark mo sa firearm na yun. Either sa, ano ba yun? Basta sa certain parts ng firearm. So, ganun. Tagging naman is, kung ilalagay mo sa kapote or a container, ilalagay mo rin yung initial mo and yung number ng evidences. Or kapag ito is, parang ganun yung tagging. Yung preserving evidences naman, if blood yan, ilagay mo yung, i-dry mo muna, for example, ilagay mo sa certain, or kung liquid blood yan, paano ba? Basta, ilagay mo sa container and then, yung semen pala yun. Yung ilagay mo sa container and then dapat i-freeze mo siya para hindi mamamatay yung sa mga sperm. So, preserving evidences. Parang ganun. So, I will not in toto discuss this one. Just read it and you will know. Pero ganun ang crime scene processing. And I will link to you the video of some students of certain school kung paano ginagawa yung crime scene processing. Actually, iba-iba yung version. Iba yung version dito sa Philippines, iba yung version sa US. Depende na lang sa organization na pupuntahan. So, if kung gusto nyong magsoko, iba yung kanilang procedure. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung precise procedure nila. Pero parang may commonality yung nilagay ko dito sa handout nyo. Ginagawa din nila yung crime scene processing. Nagko-collect din sila, nagmamark, nagtatag, nagpreserve din sila. So, kindly read this one. So, what is chain of custody? So, actually, wait. Let's go discuss chain of custody. Wala. So, chain of custody, what is the importance of chain of custody? Let's say, lahat ng evidences na yan, dapat, yung parang main goal niya is to prove something, to prove the identity of the rapist, to prove the identity of the robbery, to prove the identity of the murder. So, this one will be presented in court. So, usually the lawyers, they will question kung ano yung integrity ng evidences nito. So, the integrity means it refers to the chain of custody. Kung saan it is a link between from the collection of the evidences, the documentation process, the putting it to an evidence log. Evidence log is parang listahan ng evidences collected, to the parang kung sino yung nag-witness, nag-sign, kung sino yung pinagbigayan mo, binigay ba sa prosecutor, ganun, or sa korte. So it is a link ng parang kung dapat sino ang maghahandle ng mga collected, mga evidences na yun. If it breaks, for example, walang documentation ng marijuana, mga drugs, pero meron sa evidence log. At bigla na lang may marijuana evidence. Wala naman siyang documentation. So, na-break yung chain of custody, meaning it is assumed that it is planted. So, parang ganun. Yung, if you break that chain of custody, which will be a very good case for yung mga collected na evidence mo para i-turn down ng judge. Hindi niya tatanggapin dahil illegal. So, ganun. Gets ba? And this one. Usually daw, before crime scene processing, yung ibang cases, you must get search warrant. Ganun. And these are sample cases. So, crime scene processing, so depende sa type of physical evidence. So, may blood, ito collection, pag liquid siya, ito yung procedure. Kung dried siya, ito yung procedure. Pag wet siya, na nasa ganito, clothing, ito yung procedure. Hair, fingernail scraping, etc. etc. So, just read those ones. Thank you. Siguro naiinis na kayo kasi palagi kong sinasabi ang just read that one. Kasi ganun naman. Just read it. Para matapos na. Para maintindihan nyo. And try to not rely on anybody. Be curious. Ito yung number one requirement in learning actually. Be curious. Do not rely on one source. Dapat din mag-research ganun for yourself. Kung gusto mong malaman kung paano talaga or ano yung talagang procedure ng SOCO, marami yan sa internet. So, ganun. Ito naman, procedure for marking specific evidences. So, yung kapag rifle daw, pwede sa barrel, pwede sa frame, pwede sa magazine. Kasi, fix na yan eh. Fix na hindi matatanggal. Kung matatanggal yan, they will question it. So, parang ganun. Tagging, it is putting your initial. So, there are actually reminders in putting your initial. Dapat yung initial mo talaga yung lalagay mo. Hindi X, hindi Y, hindi Z. Kasi, nakakalito. Lagay mo na lang yung initial mo. Ganun. That's the rule. So, this is the rule for chain of custody evidence. So, the chain of custody must not be broken. So, one example is, hindi mo siya na-turn over sa SOCO or walang nag-witness sa SOCO na barangay official. Then, that is the breaking, another case of the breakage of the chain of custody. Ito is the evidence recovery log. Hindi ko alam kung ito talaga yung kanilang format sa SOCO, pero parang ganyan lang. Record the scene, etc. So, traditional methods of preserving evidences. So, how do you preserve evidence? How do you document all of them? So, basically, you photograph it. Kung paano mo siya kinuha, or you videotape it kung paano mo siya nakuha. So, one of the composition of the SOCO team is actually a photographer and a videographer. Palaging naka-equal or nasa tail ng isang nagko-collect ng evidence na kapag pinalik niya, picturean niya muna, collect niya, picturean niya. Parang ganun. Okay? Pwede rin yung sketching. So, if you interview a witness, kung hindi niya kilala yung pangalan, pero yung mukha, is, he will describe it. And you will sketch it. Or, hindi pala, portrait par pala yun. So, yung sketching is the putting it to drawing the location of the crime scene. So, meron dito, yung sketching, yung they will draw the inside of the house, kung saan nakalagay yung bullets, nakalagay yung blood, kung saan nakalagay yung the body of the crime, the locus criminis. Yun, nakalagay dun yung sa sketch. Description naman, ito na pala yung portrait par, wherein you will, kung sino yung nakakita ng evidence ng suspect, he will describe kung ano yung itsura niya. So, ganun. The sketcher ba yun? Basta yung taga-drawing ng PNP is, while the witness is saying the description, he will draw. And usually, nagiging tama naman. Parang, it can be a lead para matuntun yung the suspect. Mannequin method. So, usually, ginagawa niyan sa korte, in-explain nila, for example, pag putukan or it involves gunshot, they will use the mannequin method wherein to show kung saan yung point of entry ng, for example, ito yung, gumawa sila ng mannequin, mag-imagine na lang tayo. I-point out nila, siguro string, maglagay sila ng string sa binutasan nila yung mannequin or yung doll, kung emphasize nila yung entry ng bullet and then yung exit niya. So, ganun ang mannequin method. Preservation in the mind of the witness. So, the police or the investigator on case or the prosecutor may subpoena a witness so that the witness will say what he or she saw in the crime scene. Ganun. And note taking, usually if you want to document everything and to remind yourself later, kasi hindi lang naman isang case ang hinahandle mo as an investigator, marami yan. So you must take note on everything. So case number 1, rape. So mga notes mo dyan, hindi mo natuntun yung suspect, pero possibility is that etc. possibility that kasin niya, ganun. So you take note of it. So record overall observation, actions, and description on your notes. Ayun. Equipment in crime scene responding, searching tools, sketching instrument, preservation of evidences. Dapat meron yan. As a SOCO team member or leader. Ganun. So yun. Meron din yung entry control log wherein kapag nag-establish na ng SOCO yung crime scene, parang na-turn over na ng initial or investigator on case sa SOCO yung crime scene, ay hindi pala. Before ba? Siguro, ganito. On a crime scene, kapag papasok ka sa crime scene, dapat maglagay ka ng pangalan mo sa entry control log. Ganun. Okay ba? Ganun. So, ito yung parang gagawin ng crime scene team. SOCO. Basahin sa nilagay ko reviewers sa Google Class niya. So, ginagawa ko lang is to interpret yung basic. Hindi yung i-discuss ko lahat. Kasi, we cannot really, kaya nga, yung mga in-upload ko ng video is, nahirapan ako mag-upload yan. Nag-overnight pa ako para mga-upload mga yan. So, rason, puro ako rason. Pero, yung parang abuli ko naman is, I really research yung notes nyo and I put it in the document para easily understood. So, crime scene processing steps, initial notification, coordination, conduct, etc. hanggang step 17. So, yun. Ano naman ang crime scene search? So, crime scene search is sa pinaka-process na ng before you crime scene process, you must determine kung ano ang crime scene search na gagawin mo. So basically, may 6 na types of crime scene search. Merong spiral, may strip, may line, may pie, may zone, ganun. So depende sa'yo, depende sa crime scene kung ano yung gagamitin mong search dyan. So, sa spiral, meron yung inward, meron yung outward, meron yung pupunta ka muna sa circle and then you search for it. While searching, gagawin mo na yung collection, tag, photo documentation, marking of evidences, ganun, hanggang matapos siya. Usually, yung mga pinaka-sensitive na evidence ang unahin actually. Kahit ma-ODJ, hindi masyadong nakakontaminate. So, ano yung easily destroyed na evidence? Semen, blood, ano pa? Fibers. Fibers, sensitive siya masyado na isang ganun mo lang or a gush of the wind, maitayab. So, ganun. So, sketching the crime scene, there are parts of the sketch. These are all important. You must put it all, pati yung compass direction. Signatory pa. So, elements of the sketch, yun, legend, parang parts of the sketch din siya. So, may dalawang sketch. May rough sketch and may finished sketch. Finished sketch, ito yung represent mo sa court. Pero, kapag sabihin ng korte, saan yung rough sketch mo? I-present mo rin siya. Rough sketch is mostly, ito yung una mong ginawang sketch. Meron yung mga scribbles mo, meron din siyang legend, and etc. Meron din yung, sa sketch pala, may tinatawag nilang triangulation method. Measurement is important in sketch. So how will you measure it? Yung mga relationship between one evidence to one evidence. Kapag, for example, dito, this is the victim's body. Yung gagawin sa triangulation method is, you find fixed point. What do you mean fixed point? Yung hindi nagagalaw na parte ng crime scene. For example, a wall or poste at isang poste naman. Fix sila. So, magta-triangle ka, i-measure mo from the body of the crime scene to the other fixed point. So, ganun. Nakikita niyo naman dito. So, that is triangulation method. Ito. This triangulation method. So, there are specific kinds of sketch. And there it is. So, ganun ang crime scene investigation. So, crime scene processing, initial response, interviewing of witnesses, at marami pang iba. And there are 3 types of investigation. May first, may preliminary, may follow-up, and may follow-up or progress report, at may final. So, ganun. What is raid? It's a surprise invasion of a building or area. It's a small-scale attack of a limited area. A raid must be legal, having its basis in lawful process conducted in a legal manner through a search warrant or warrant of arrest. So, if may warrant of arrest ka for a certain drug lord, you must first get it before conducting a raid. So the purpose, effective apprehension, etc. Effectiveness of the raid, meron ng mga dyan. So planning the raid, ganun. So, yung pinaka-importante dan is coordination. Actually, sa SAF 44, gusto nilang i-raid yung foreigner na taga-turo ng gumawa ng bomba. Dahil due to lack of coordination between the army and the police, anong nangyari? Walang rescue operation or hindi na plano ang last part ng raid operation, which is the rescue operation. So anong nangyari? Ganun ang nangyari. May SAF 44. So entrapment naman, surveillance, undercover operation, and elicitation. So before I discuss it, it is important in investigative work. So kasi here you will determine kung especially sa surveillance, kung ano yung mga tendencies ng mga suspect mo, kung siya ba talaga yung gumawa. Sa undercover operation, kung sino talaga ang boss doon. Sa elicitation, kung ilan yung information na magagawa mo. So, entrapment. So, a legally sanctioned method of arresting criminals. Ito yung magtra-trap ka. For example, buy bust. May mark money. Kung sino yung bibili nun or in the conduct of buy bust operation, di ba may mark monies. Kapag kinuha niya yun, mark money, at yung kinuha niya yung mark money mo at nabentahan, bumili ka ng droga, then he can be arrested. That is entrapment. Sa basic surveillance naman is yung susundan mo siya. So, ganun. Susundan mo siya, i-spy mo siya, etc. Ganun. May 2 types. May covert, overt. Covert means nakoveran. Overt means you can observe it. So, that is surveillance. Makikita mo. Meron yung fixed. Fixed surveillance is isang building ka lang, nag-observe ka through a telescope. Yung moving naman is tinetail mo siya, or kung lalabas siya ng bahay, susundan mo siya. That is moving surveillance. So, these are the purposes of surveillance, procedure, tools, yung nga, binoculars, telescope, etc. And yun. So, there are two methods, 3 methods. Basahin nyo na lang. So, yun. So, let's now go to basic undercover operations. Ito yun na yung magiging quasi-criminal ka. Wherein, mag-employ ka, either susuhalan mo yung di ba? Di ba yung usually, criminal ang mag-bribe sa police. Ito naman is, yung police ang mag-bribe sa loob ng isang criminal organization. So, either meron employing someone from the law enforcement para maging isang member ng, for example, isang mafia organization, or susulan mo yung isang member, bibigyan mo ng pera para mag-squill siya, mga information. So, parang undercover na you are on the cover, parang you cover yourself with the identity of that certain criminal or organized crime organization. So, ganun. So, basically, the purpose of it is to gather evidences or information. So, if you could read it, that would be great. So, let's go now to the last, elicitation. A system whereby information of intelligence value is obtained through the process of direct intercommunication. So, ito yung parang interview siya. Pero, the subject is not aware that you are interviewing him. So, yung mga techniques of elicitation meron nata dun sa part ng interrogation. Yung flattery approach and provocative approach. Flattery is you are feeding his or her ego para magbigay siya ng information. So, for example, sabi mo, ang cool mo, sir. Ang cool. Parang, you give him confidence para, paano pag masabi niya na, hindi lang yan yung ginawa ko as drug lord. Ako yung nagpasabog sa Davao supermarket. So, parang, you are doing that to gain more information. So, that is elicitation. Basta, the keyword here is the subject, the one you are interviewing, is not aware that you are interviewing him or her. So, yun. So, extra notes, mga crimes against person, mga articles, what is autopsy, kinds of police reports. Actually, this is important kasi ito actually yung basis nila for korte. Hindi lang kasi nag-end sa pag-investigate. Dapat i-present mo yan sa korte, which is lacking tayo dyan as police. Yung situation natin sa dito na mahirap. Parang there are so many drug cases that has been dismissed due to failure of the police to effectively create their report, ganun. Kaya nga, meron tayong legal forms, di ba? Para gawin yung mga ganito. Legal forms na bagong subject sa under the new curriculum. So, ayun, rights of the accused, report writing, requirement of investigation report. So, that ends here. I hope you read them. You read them, please. And I will link some mga crime scene processing. And this ends the video guide. So, I hope you are guided on what to do. Kasi, ayun. Kasi meron na yung module nyo na binibigay ko. So, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone. And, and yun, mga anak ni Tarpaken. Bye.